He will come straight. Look you lay home to him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with, and that your grace hath screened and stood between much heat and him. I'll sconce me even here. I pray you, be round with him.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
I warned you, fear me not to withdraw. I hear him coming.
Now, Mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
You have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
Nay, brother rude, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife. And would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, sit you down. I'll set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
Thou wilt not murder me. Help! Help! Ho!
What ho, ho, help!
Oh, now a rat, dead for a ducat, dead!
Oh, me, what hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this.
Bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brothers.
Kill a king?
Aye, lady, 'twas my word. Wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou find'st to be too busy some danger. Leave wringing of thy hands! Peace, sit you down! And let me wring your heart! For so I shall, if it be made of penetrable stuff. And if damned custom hath not brassed it so that it is proof and bulwark against sense.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dicer's oaths. Oh, such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words.
What act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look you upon this picture, and upon this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on that brow. Hyperion's curls. The front of Jove himself. An eye like Mars to threaten and command. Station like the herald Mercury. New lighted on a heaven-kissing hill. Combination in a form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, but a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed and batten on this moor? Huh. Have you eyes? You cannot call it love. For at your age, the heyday in the blood is tame. It is humble and sits upon the judgment. And what judgment would go from this to this? Sense, sure you have, else you could not have motion. But surely that sense is apoplexed, for even madness would not err, nor sense to ecstasy were not ne'er so thralled, that it reserves some quantity of choice to serve in such a difference. What devil is it that hath cozened you at hoodman blind? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all, or but a sickly part of one true self could not so mope. Oh, shame! Where is thy blush? Rebellious hell can mute written in a matron's bones. Let virtue be as wax. Let it and melt in her own fire, proclaiming no shame when the compulsive ardor gives the charge. Since frost itself doth burn, and reason panders will.
Oh, Hamlet, speak to me no more. Thou turns mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their taint.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love, or the nasty sigh of...
Speak me no more! These words like daggers entering mine ear no more!
A murderer and a villain! A slave that is not 20th part the type of your precedent lord! A vice of kings, a cutpurse of the empire and the rule, who, that from a shelf the precious diadem stole, and put it in his pocket!
No more!
A king of shreds and patches! Oh, shame! Save me! Hover o'er me with your wings, you heavenly guards! What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come your tardy son to chide, who laughs in time and passion? Let's go by the important act of your dread command. Oh, say!
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost vaunted purpose.
But look, amazement on thy mother sits.
Do not stand between her and her fighting soul.
Conceit in weakest body, strongest works.
Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is it with you that you do bend your eye on vacancy and with the incorporeal air to hold discourse? Forth in your eyes your spirits wildly peep, and as the sleeping soldiers in the alarm, your bedded hair like life in excrement starts up and stands on end. Oh, gentle sun, upon the heat and flame of thy distemper sprinkle cool patience. Whereon do you look?
On him. On him? Look you how pale he glares. Why, his form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones would make them capable. Do not look upon me, lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effects. Then what I have to do will want true color, tears perchance for blood.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Nor do you nothing hear?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Look you now, how he goes. My father in his habit, how he lived. Look where he goes even now, out the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain. This bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in.
Ecstasy? My pulse, as yours, doth temperately keep time, and makes healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Bring me to the test, and I the matter will reword which madness would gamble from. Mother, for love of grace, lay not that mattering unction to your soul. It will but skin, that not your trespass, but my madness speaks. It will but skin and film the ulcerous place, while rank corruption, mining all within, infects unseen. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what is past. Avoid what is to come. And do not spread the compost on the weeds to make them ranker. Forgive me this, my virtue, for in the fatness of these perfsy times, virtue of vice most pardon beg. Yea, curb and woo to leave him good.
Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Throw away the worser part of it and live the better with the other half. Good night. And go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. That monster, who all sense doth eat, of habit's devil is angel yet in this. But to use of actions fair and good, he likewise gives a frock or livery that aptly is put on. Refrain tonight, and And that shall lend a kind of easiness to the next absence, the next more easy. For use almost can change the stamp of nature, and either the devil or throw him out with wondrous potency. Once more, good night. And when you are desirous to be blessed, I'll blessing beg of you. For this same Lord, I do repent, but heaven hath pleased it so to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister, that I will bestow him, I will answer well the death I gave him. So again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins, and worse remains behind. One word more, good lady.
Oh, what shall I do?
Not this, by no means that I bid you do. Let the bloat king tempt you again to bed, pinch wanton on your cheek, call you his mouse, and let him for a pair of reachy kisses or paddling your neck with his damned fingers make you to rabble all this matter out. That I essentially am not in madness, but mad in craft. 'Twere good you let him know, for who that's but a queen, fair, sober, wise, would from a paddock, from a bat, from a gib, such dear concernings hide. Who would do so? No, in despite of sense and secrecy, unpeg the basket on the house's top and let the birds fly. And like the famous ape, try conclusions in the basket creep and break your own neck down.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath and breathable as I have no life to breathe what thou hast said to me.
I must to England, you know this?
Alack, I had forgot.
There's letters sealed, and my two schoolfellows, whom I would trust as adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. Let it work. For 'tis the sport to have the engineer hoist with his own petard. And it shall go hard, but I will delve 1 yard below their minds, and blow them at the moon. Oh, 'tis most sweet, when in one line two crafts directly meet. This man shall set me packing. I'll lug the guts into the neighbor room. Mother, good night. Indeed, this counselor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, who was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir, to draw an end with you. Good night, mother.